Day 1. Our caveman wakes up feeling very hungry. He steps outside the cave and sees animals hunting for food. He thinks, if they can do it, maybe I can too. But the moment he tries, the animals chase him away. That day, he learned, fighting hunger is easier than fighting animals, but his stomach is still empty. What will he try on Day 2? The sun rises, but our caveman is still struggling with hunger. An empty stomach and weakness force him to step out of his cave once again. This time, his eyes catch something new, small berries growing near the rocks. He hesitates as he picks them up, unsure if they are food or poison. But hunger is stronger than fear, and he takes the risk, tasting the berries to fill his stomach. That day, he learned, for survival, sometimes you must take risks. But the question remains, will these berries save his life or lead him into new danger? The answer. Day 3. Our caveman wakes up with a strange pain in his stomach. The berries gave him some strength yesterday, but maybe they weren't as safe as he thought. Fear and hunger are both inside him, but he knows he cannot give up. As he steps out of the cave, he hears a rustling sound in the bushes. His eyes widen. It's not just the wind. Behind the leaves, he spots a small animal, quick and clever, searching for food. For the first time, hope rises in his heart. If I can catch it, I won't have to depend on berries anymore. But here's the problem. His body is weak, his hands are empty, and the animal is fast. If he makes a mistake, he could lose everything, or even become prey himself. That day he learned, survival is not just about eating, it's about taking risks, facing fear, and fighting for life. But the real question is, will this be his first victory as a hunter, or the most dangerous test of his life? Day 4. The morning feels heavy, and our caveman knows today can't be the same as yesterday. The small animal he saw still plays in his mind. For the first time, a thought sparks inside him. If I want to survive, I have to learn how to hunt. With trembling hands, he picks up a sharp stone and tries to shape it into a weapon. It's rough, uneven, far from perfect. But in his eyes, it's more than just a rock. It's a chance. He moves slowly, step by step, stalking the animal. Every sound feels louder. Every breath feels heavier. Even the wind seems to be holding its breath. Then he leaps forward, but the animal darts away into the trees. Failure stings, and hunger twists his stomach once again. Still, he doesn't quit. That day he realized survival isn't about never failing. It's about learning to rise after every fall. And as night begins to fall, something shifts inside him. Tomorrow, his journey won't just be about hunger. It will lead him to a discovery that could change everything. Day 5 is coming. Day 5. So today our caveman wakes up again, but this time he looks more tired, more frustrated. Hunger, fear, danger, it all feels the same every single day. He actually thinks to himself, how long can I even survive like this? He drags himself outside, kicks a few stones around, angry at everything, and then, crack. 2 rocks hit each other, making a strange, sharp sound. He pauses, picks them up, he smashes them again. Crack. This time, a piece breaks off, leaving one stone with a sharp edge. He stares at it, runs his finger over it. Ouch. It cuts him. A drop of blood falls, and for a second, he feels pain. But also something else. A crazy thought hits him. Wait, maybe this can help me. Maybe I don't have to fight with just my hands anymore. He grabs a dry branch and tries cutting it with the stone. It's not easy, but it works. Slowly, the branch breaks apart. His eyes light up. He's never felt this kind of power before. Of course he isn't careful. The stone slips, and his hand gets cut badly. He yells in pain, but strangely, he smiles too. Because now he knows he just discovered something that could change everything. That day he realized progress doesn't come without struggle. Pain is part of growth. But here's the big question. Will these new tools make his life easier, or open the door to even bigger problems? Day 6. The night was colder than ever. Our caveman sat inside his cave, shivering from hunger, fear, and the freezing cold. He picked up the sharp stone from yesterday and thought, if it can cut wood, maybe it can do more. He struck 2 stones together. Crack! Nothing happened. He tried again, and then a tiny spark. Just for a second, then gone. His eyes lit up. He tried once more. This time, another spark. A wisp of smoke rose from the dry grass. It faded, but now he knew. This wasn't just stone. This was hope. That night, he learned, even the smallest spark can light the biggest fire. But here's the question. Will fire become his greatest ally, or a danger? Day 7. The first fire. Morning had come. The cold wind still slipped into the cave, but today there was something different on his face. A new spark. He hadn't slept all night. He just kept thinking about that tiny spark. It lasted for only a second, but it changed something deep inside him. Today, he picked up the stones again. This time, he didn't panic. He moved slowly, carefully. Crack. crack, and then a spark. He shielded it from the wind, pressing it close to the dry grass. Smoke began to rise, and slowly a small fire was born. His eyes widened, his hands reached out. For the first time in his life, he felt warmth. He laughed, a strange mix of joy, fear, and wonder. But then the fire grew. The flames leaped higher. He stepped back. He realized this thing was alive. It could give life, and it could take it away. That night, he learned, power isn't just something you find. It's something you must learn to control. And from that moment, the journey to becoming human truly began. But remember, with every light, a shadow also awakens. On day 8, that shadow is coming closer. Don't miss it. Night had fallen again, but this darkness felt different. The caveman sat before his fire, his first victory, his first friend. The flames danced like they were alive. Warm light touched his face. Yet, in his eyes, there was something else, unease. From the forest came a sound, the crack of a branch, the whisper of breath. His heartbeat quickened. He stepped closer to the fire, gripping a stone in his hand. For the first time, he felt powerful, like he could face anything. But then, beyond the glow, something moved. A shadow. It flickered with the fire's rhythm, but it wasn't his. He leaned in, squinting through the smoke, and then a low growl, a flicker of movement, then silence, only the sound of the cold wind and the crackle of burning wood. He turned slowly, and in that moment, he realized this world wasn't his alone. That night, he learned something new. Light doesn't just bring warmth, it also calls out what hides in the dark. As the screen fades, a shadow glides past behind him, a footprint in the dirt, and the fire goes out. Day 9. The first encounter. Morning light touched the cave. The caveman woke up, tired, uneasy, and hungry. The fire from last night was gone, but on the ground, there was something new. A giant footprint. His heart started to race. He realized what he saw last night wasn't a dream. Holding a stone in his hand, he stepped into the forest. Every sound felt louder. Every shadow looked alive. Suddenly, he saw it. Glowing eyes, sharp, hungry, watching him. For the first time, he came face to face with another creature, bigger, stronger, and built to hunt. The creature growled, stepped closer, and the caveman understood. This world wasn't his alone. It was a world where you either hunt or get hunted. The creature attacked. He dodged, grabbed a burning stick from the fire's remains, and swung it forward. The flames scared the creature. It roared, then disappeared into the jungle. That day, he didn't just survive. He became something more. But deep in the forest, the creature was still watching. Day 10. The hunt begins. The concept idea. Early morning mist spreads across the forest. The caveman's eyes are sharper now. The fear is still there, but something else has awakened inside him. Instinct. He kneels near the giant footprints again. This time he doesn't step back. He follows them. As he moves deeper, the forest grows quieter, darker. Every sound, the crack of a twig, the rustle of leaves, feels alive. He grips his burning stick tighter, ready. Then, a growl. The same creature from last night emerges from the fog, towering, wild, eyes burning red. The caveman doesn't run. He shouts, the first roar of mankind, and charges forward. A clash begins. Stone versus claw, fire versus shadow. In that brutal chaos, something incredible happens. The caveman fights not just to survive, but to protect his fire, his creation, his world. The creature escapes into the darkness. Wounded, the caveman breathes heavy, staring at his own trembling hands, and whispers to himself, for the first time, I'm not prey anymore. As the night falls again, he stands before the fire, eyes burning, a spark of dominance rising inside. The hunt has truly begun. Day 11. Beast and man coming soon.